The speed and scale with which Chinese companies can get these projects off the ground is breathtaking. China already dominates the world for drones, and these flying taxis could be next.
In China's largest cities, delivery trucks are reaching a breaking point. Congestion, parking delays, and labor shortages are slowing the final kilometers of logistics, even as demand continues to rise. Electric trucks reduce emissions, but they remain trapped in traffic like everything else. That is why BYD is moving beyond roads. Known globally for electric vehicles and batteries, the company is building the energy, charging, and fleet infrastructure needed for fully automated logistics. At the same time, autonomous aircraft company EHang is deploying cargo drones already approved for pilotless operations in controlled urban areas. Together, they are testing a delivery system that bypasses streets entirely, one where packages move through the air, powered by electric energy and coordinated at city scale. This is how delivery trucks begin to lose their monopoly on urban logistics.
Cities are outgrowing the truck-based delivery system.
Urban delivery was built for a different time. Streets that once handled light traffic are now crowded with private cars, buses, taxis, and delivery vans all competing for the same space. Every package delivered by truck adds another stop, another delay, and another problem. As cities expand, the final part of delivery becomes the slowest. Drivers lose time searching for parking, waiting at signals, and navigating congestion that never fully clears. Even electric trucks, while cleaner, remain stuck in the same conditions. They reduce emissions but do not solve delays or scale. Adding more vehicles only makes the system heavier and less efficient. Logistics companies now face a simple reality. The road-based model cannot keep up with modern cities. To move faster, delivery must stop relying only on streets. The solution is not bigger trucks or more drivers. It is a different path altogether. BYD is building the energy and logistics backbone. BYD is often seen as a car company, but its real strength lies deeper. BYD began as a battery manufacturer, and that history shapes everything it builds today. Reliable energy is the foundation of any automated system. Batteries must be stable, safe, and consistent over long periods. For logistics, failure is not an option. BYD's focus on durable battery technology supports systems that operate continuously without human supervision. Charging is just as important. BYD develops high-power charging systems designed for fleets that cannot afford long stops. Vehicles arrive, recharge quickly, and return to service. Behind the scenes, energy storage and thermal control keep the process stable and predictable. BYD also understands logistics from experience. It manufactures electric buses, trucks, and fleet vehicles used daily in busy cities. This means it already works with routing schedules, depot operations, and large-scale coordination. These are not experimental environments. They are working systems. Because BYD controls manufacturing, energy, and deployment at scale, it can support new delivery models across entire regions, not just single locations. That makes it a natural foundation for the next stage of urban logistics. EHang brings autonomous delivery into the sky. While BYD supports the system from the ground, EHang focuses on moving cargo through the air. EHang designs cargo drones that operate without onboard pilots. Once a delivery mission is assigned, the aircraft handles takeoff, navigation, and landing on its own. Human involvement is limited to supervision, not control. Each flight follows a planned route designed for urban environments. Instead of being guided manually, drones communicate constantly with a central system that tracks position, performance, and safety in real time. This allows many drones to operate together as part of one coordinated network. EHang's technology is already being used in real conditions. The company has carried out extensive test flights and secured approvals for autonomous operations in controlled urban areas. These are not demonstrations for the future. They are steps toward regular service. Drones alone cannot replace delivery trucks, but when combined with reliable energy, charging points, and logistics hubs, they become part of a system that no longer depends on traffic, drivers, or crowded roads. How BYD and EHang connect in daily operations. The connection between BYD and EHang happens at carefully designed delivery points across the city. These locations act as transfer zones, where packages move from ground logistics into autonomous flight. A delivery begins inside a logistics hub powered by BYD's energy systems. Packages are sorted, scheduled, and assigned based on demand and distance. Instead of loading everything onto trucks, selected shipments are prepared for aerial transport. Once ready, a drone is assigned automatically. The package is loaded, the route is confirmed, and the drone departs without a pilot. During flight, the system monitors progress, weather conditions, and energy use. There is no need for real-time human control. If a drone needs energy, it does not improvise. It lands at a designated station designed for rapid turnaround. Charging or battery replacement happens quickly, and the drone returns to service. These pauses are planned into the system, not treated as interruptions. In this process, each company stays within its strength. One ensures reliable energy and ground coordination. The other ensures safe and precise flight. Together, they create a delivery loop that runs continuously without relying on traffic or drivers, creating continuous delivery routes above cities. What makes this system different is not the drone itself, but how deliveries are organized. Instead of random flights, routes are planned and reused. Drones follow the same paths repeatedly, just as trucks follow familiar streets. These routes connect logistics hubs, distribution points, and delivery zones across a city. Because the paths are fixed and monitored, operations become predictable, timing improves, delays become rare. The system learns and optimizes with every flight. Unlike road traffic, these routes do not intersect with pedestrians or vehicles. There are no traffic lights, no parking issues, and no sudden jams. Each delivery takes a similar amount of time, regardless of the hour. As demand increases, scaling does not require hiring more drivers. It only requires adding more drones to existing routes. Because supervision is centralized, a small team can oversee many flights at once. Over time, this turns delivery into a flow rather than a series of individual trips. Goods move steadily across the city, not in bursts shaped by congestion. This consistency is what allows drones to replace trucks in dense urban areas where speed and reliability matter most. Why this system can replace trucks where it matters. This approach does not aim to remove trucks everywhere. Long-distance transport will still rely on roads, but inside cities, especially for short and medium distances, autonomous drones change the equation. They avoid traffic completely. They operate day and night. They reduce dependence on drivers, and because they rely on electric energy, they produce less noise and pollution at street level. For urgent deliveries, such as medical supplies or high-demand consumer goods, speed becomes predictable instead of uncertain. For businesses, costs become easier to control. For cities, congestion stops getting worse. Most importantly, this is not a distant future concept. The technology exists. The infrastructure is being built. The operations are already being tested in real environments. What is happening now is the transition from road-only delivery to a mixed system, where the sky carries part of the load. And once that shift begins, cities rarely go back. Why this shift is starting in China. China's cities are the perfect testing ground for this kind of change. They are large, dense, and move enormous volumes of goods every day. When delivery systems slow down, the impact is felt immediately by businesses and consumers alike. China also moves faster when infrastructure is involved. New systems are not tested in isolation for years. They are deployed, measured, adjusted, and expanded. This allows new delivery methods to move from trials to working services quickly. Another key reason is control. Energy systems, logistics hubs, and transport planning can be coordinated at scale. That coordination makes it possible to design delivery systems that work as a whole rather than as disconnected parts. Because of this environment, what starts as a local experiment can become a city-wide solution. Once it proves reliable, it can expand to other regions and eventually influence how logistics is designed worldwide. What this means for the rest of the world. If this model succeeds, it will not stay local. Cities everywhere face the same problems: congestion, delays, labor shortages, and rising delivery costs. The difference is not the challenge, but the speed at which solutions are adopted. As systems like this mature, other countries will begin to adapt them to their own rules and city layouts. Regulations will change. Rooftops and logistics hubs will be redesigned. Delivery expectations will shift from hours to minutes. This does not mean streets will become empty. Trucks will still move goods between cities and regions. But inside urban centers, fewer delivery vehicles will be needed. Roads will carry people instead of packages. Over time, delivery will feel less visible. Fewer vans blocking streets, less noise at ground level, faster movement of goods without adding pressure to already crowded cities. The quiet end of the delivery truck era. The most important change is not technological. It is psychological. For a century, we accepted that delivery meant trucks, drivers, and traffic. That assumption is now being challenged. By combining reliable energy systems with autonomous flight, a new delivery model is taking shape. One that does not depend on congestion, does not scale with labor, and does not slow down as cities grow. This is not about replacing every truck. It is about replacing the part of the system that no longer works. In dense cities, speed and reliability matter more than tradition. The shift will not be loud. There will be no single moment when trucks disappear. Instead, fewer will be needed each year, while more deliveries move above the streets. And one day, looking up and seeing cargo drones crossing the skyline may feel just as normal as watching delivery vans once did on the road below. If this future of delivery surprised you, like the video, share it with others, and subscribe for more insights into how our world is changing.